Hello everyone and welcome to my Google slide on shadow characters in Persona. I think these characters are super neat, so let's just dive right into it. So first let's go over what a shadow character really is. There are two different types of characters in most cases when you pick a character in Persona. There's the normal variant and the shadow variant. Let's go over what the difference between a normal character and a shadow character are. For simplicity's sake, I will not be going over every little detail, but I will be covering the main differences. Firstly, shadow characters don't have access to Awakening, meaning that they do not get the defense boost from it. However, to compensate, they do have more base life. They also lose access to one more burst, but in place of it have Shadow Frenzy. Shadow Frenzy is super interesting, allowing you to cancel specials into specials, and your meter turning into a timer, which also allows you to use SB skills and supers at a reduced cost. Thankfully, the developers had brains on their heads, and shadow characters do slightly less damage than normal characters to make up for this difference. Also, since they don't have access to Awakening, they have their Awakening supers instantly, so if your character does have a really good Awakening super, you don't have to wait until you're at yellow health to do so. And finally, you don't have insta-kill. That's not a huge loss if you're playing this game competitively, but if you're playing for just fun, that can be a turnoff. So why would you pick a Shadow? For one, they have extremely high burst damage. No matter what Shadow character you're playing, there's a very high chance that you're going to be able to do over 50% in one combo, and it's unburstable as well. When you pick a Shadow, you also have way faster meter gain, so if your character is very meter dependent on a lot of their setups, damage, whatever it may be, that's a reason to pick them as well. And finally, you really like doing big, flashy combos. I'm very guilty of this. I have grinded a lot of shadow combos that aren't viable in terms of damage, but they look really cool, they're really fun to pull off, and they're really fun to lab. Being a shadow main is like having your world opened. It's very fun. You have so much freedom with combos and setups, it's actually crazy. I highly recommend, if you've never tried out a shadow character, to try one of them. It's really fun. So why wouldn't you pick a shadow? Well, one, your character literally might not have one. There are a good handful of characters that do not have a shadow variant, so that choice is really already made for you. Also, remember those custom combos I was talking about? Yeah, they usually are fairly hard as well, at least much harder than the normal B&Bs. So if you don't feel like you'll be able to do that, you'll probably rather stick with the normal version as well. But all in all, it also comes down to personal preference. Some shadow characters play a little bit differently than their normal version, and if you don't like that, you don't like it. Just play the normal version. No one's gonna blame you for that. To review, shadow characters have extremely high burst damage, and extremely high execution combos to compensate for that as well. And also, if you don't feel like you'll be able to do it, just do what you're comfortable with. It's alright. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.